We're going to do Q&A as usual, and also a special surprise a little later. Before we begin, I like to always at these panels ask our cast members what exciting things they're up to give you guys some material to ask questions about. Why don't we just go down the line? We'll start with Katie. Go down the line, tell us a little about what you're up to, not necessarily in Futurama, but other shows, other things at Comic-Con, whatever you do.
Well, I am, along with recording the voice of Leela, I'm also in the middle of shooting season 4 of Sons of Anarchy. I'll be here tomorrow for a panel at 3:30 if you want to drop by. And, but mostly I'm just raising my 3 children. That's what I do.
Okay, let's see.
Johnson, like
I'm on a lot of shows. I'm really doing okay. Got Penguins, Madagascar. Let's see what else. I'm doing a recurring role on Kung Fu Panda, Legends of Awesomeness. That's a new show coming out on Nickelodeon, on Cartoon Network, of course. Adventure Time with Finn and Jake. Let's see, Generator Rex. What else? Gosh, Ben 10. Sheesh, what else? Yeah, a lot of things going on, I'm scared. And, Gears of War is coming out. I think there's another thing, but I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Oh. I've been doing Looney Tunes. There's a new Looney Tunes, and doing the voice of Elmer Fudd, which I also did in the Geico commercials.
Can we hear some Elmer Fudd?
Shh! Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. And I'm doing this show called Mondo Wrestling Alliance, where I string my vaginas off, and I guess, what else? Jungle Junction, it's a little kids show on, the Little Kids Network. Jungle Junction, it's like, I'm doing like diabolical stuff all day and night, and then just come in and, hi everybody. So yeah, my list isn't as obnoxious as yours.
I just remembered I'm the Uncle Teddy on that Pepsi commercial too, if you've seen that. Yeah, that's a fun one.
Doing voices on Futurama, recording on Clone Wars. We've got a new show coming out called Kaijudo.
I'm on that too.
Yes, you are.
Can we get John's mic turned up?
You can pretty much assume anything else that we're doing, John is also on. Dead Island is coming out. Doing that. Got a movie coming out this fall. Wait, what? Somebody like cueing me is what I'm doing? Like my publicist is out there. You're also doing! This fall I'll be appearing in Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. Oh, and filling in on Yahoo Odd News, filling in for Greg Proops, although I'm nowhere near as smart. And today and tomorrow I'll be signing down on the exhibition floor at the Soul Geek booth. If anybody wants to come by and say hi. And what else? I think that's it.
I'm sitting in the underwear watching TV when I'm not doing Futurama. Well, there's a visual you guys all want, just to be mind wiped, scrubbed out of here. Actually, something kind of exciting just got announced downstairs, so I can finally break my secrecy agreement and tell you about it. A new show from Marvel Television called Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm Dr. Doom in that. They showed the video, it was fantastic. On the Looney Tunes show with Billy on Yosemite Sam! Another bit of exciting news that also kind of just broke. I'm in Arkham City as Mr. Phoenix. And every now and again I whisper into the microphone and tell you to buy a Lexus. So that's what I do.
So I just want to talk for 30 seconds about what's coming up the rest of this summer on our new episodes, and then we're going to take some questions, and then we have a special event at the end of the panel. But still have new episodes for the rest of the summer. Thursdays at 10, Comedy Central. I have to do my plugging there. And It builds to kind of a big end this summer because, as is always the case, we did not know at the time we wrote them that we were going to be back. So instead of just writing our usual last episode ever, we did a double-decker for the end of this year. Where the second to last one, which is called Overclockwise, is our sort of usual last episode ever. It's kind of a big sci-fi story that is also kind of emotional with Brian Leela. And in that episode, Bender gets overclocked, so his brain is running at very high speed and becomes this kind of super godlike being who has no interest in ordinary human affairs anymore because he's calculating so fast that he's almost seeing into the future. While meanwhile, Brian and Leela are considering their future. It's very touching. So that's our usual last episode ever. But then beyond that, as the very, very last episode, we have this episode called Reincarnation, which you just saw only 1/3 of. So the idea of that is Futurama's gone, but now it is back in 3 new forms. So you're actually going to see, in addition to the anime, the classic Fleischer black and white Futurama and the 1980s video game Futurama. So we'll take some questions and then a special finale to the day. And we're going to give some prizes for good questions.
We've got a spotlight on.
My question is about Scruffy. I want to know more about Scruffy. Does he have a mysterious past? Is he going to have any love interests this season?
Well, of course, Dave Herman, one of our cast members who's not here, is the voice of Scruffy. So Dave Herman, I'll give him a round of applause.
You know David Herman? Michael Bolton in Office Space, you know David Herman. Yeah. Anything he touches is comedy gold.
Scruffy was actually drawn by Matt at the very beginning, like before the show was on the air. It was one of the original characters Matt drew, so Matt may have some insight.
Well, the original idea of Scruffy was that every time the spaceship landed, he was going to get crushed and killed, and then David appealed to my sense of compassion. We love Scruffy because we use him so little. I would imagine that there's probably some future with him and Mop Bucket.
For that question, we have a prize. If you want to come up.
No.
No?
This is coming out. This is a prototype with nothing in it.
Oh, I thought it felt kind of light. I was actually shaking it and I didn't hear anything. Oh, we're not giving that away. So that's an announcement. Okay. So look for
Boy, I'm going to land on income tax.
However, we do have
by the way, plenty of Scruffy coming next year. Already, I can say for a year from now, he's taken on. If he wasn't an exciting enough character already, he gets a notary license next year.
So for the Hypnotoad devotee, we do have a nice Professor Action figure for you. If you come up to the front. Over here.
Next question.
I'm sorry, we only have time for one more question.
That? Really?
Wow. 2 questions. Aren't you glad you waited in line for this panel?
Brain Slugs would like to know whether or not previous seasons of Futurama will be released on Blu-ray.
We don't know. Next question.
Really?
We honestly don't know. But I would propose we quickly give a prize and squeeze in a couple extra questions. Everybody run to the mic.
Okay.
Knock each other down.
That question, we have a Futurama calling for DVD.
We can shorten our special event and take a few more questions.
Okay, sorry. Everyone has reasons to hate Richard Nixon, and I've heard a lot of rumors why you do. I'm just curious, why do you always pick on Nixon? What's the fun?
Really?
He drafted me in 1970. Was 16, which meant out of 365, you were going first. They were stenciling my name on a footlocker, and I failed the physical exam, and I said, someday I'm going to get even with that son of a gun. And actually, me and Mo are in the Nixon Museum.
At the Nixon Library.
The Nixon Library.
There, they've got a clip of Nixon in popular culture, and the clips from Futurama are part of that. So in his own way, Nixon got back at Billy because Billy is part of the library now.
Welcome to my library.
All right, come on up and receive yet another Futurama Blu-ray disc, Volume 5.
Receive the sound.
Hi, I was wondering, since there's so many different aliens on the show, do the writers create them and hand them to the artists, or do the artists directly create them?
Of course, if it's a character in the show who has to have, you know, if the plot requires them to have, I'm trying to think of something offhand, if they have to be made of jelly so that they can swallow someone whole or whatever, we usually describe that in the script, but I don't know, Pete, Avancino, any process for designing crazy aliens at Rough Draft?
They're always, you know, it always starts as a scripted character, and then there are the needs of the script, but we try to come up with something new that we haven't seen. You know, Matt likes to see new characters, so we're trying to appeal to that. And you know, sometimes if they're just total incidental, we might even make them an alien. If they don't have to be good. Is that good?
All right, for that question, we have a beautiful Super King action figure.
The best one in the three!